Good evening. Please welcome to the stage tonight's MC, John Crow.
What the heck is going on?
Wow!
I cannot play the guitar. I cannot play the air guitar. I have no musical talent whatsoever. Guys, welcome. Glendale State of the City, right here in Desert Diamond Arena. Who's pumped up? All right, well, here's the deal. They tried to get Al McCoy, he's too old. Jordan Sparks was too expensive, so I'm your MC tonight. I'm John Crow. My mom's here. Amazing. So anyway, we got to get rolling here. We got so much to cover. It's going to be an amazing night. Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to join us and see what's going on in the city of Glendale. We got to get started here. So I need your help. This side, you have a name. You have belonging. You're a team. You are Glenn. You are Glenn. We're going to do it again. This time we're going to do it on the count of three. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Losers. These guys. You are better. You are Dale. Not just any Dale, the finest of the Dales. There's the Scottsdale. There's the Avondale. Then there's you. Are you ready to be Dale in 3? All right. 1, 2, 3. I love our city. I love our city. Without further ado, let's bring up our mayor, Jerry Weiers.
You ready to do this?
Let's do it, Mayor.
All right. Hey, it's great to see everyone here tonight, this evening. Thank you so much for attending. We have a few special surprises planned for you tonight, in addition to hearing about the state of our great city a bit later. We will be giving away a few fun prizes for some of the shows right here at Desert Diamond Arena, as well as some prizes from Mattel Park and Vi Resort.
Yeah.
So I want everybody to sit back. I want you to get ready. I want you to have a great evening.
What is that, you say? Here it comes. That is a drone. And hopefully, look at that. It's even working on the Jumbotron today. We got state-of-the-art technology. We can be anywhere, anytime, anyway, on top of the emergency scene or the bad guy. If he's hiding in the bushes, look at the screen there, infrared. We got him.
If you're hot, wave.
We can be up close and personal. Let's see the mayor's wife. Where's Sandy? There she is. Or we can go up a little bit higher and check things out. Let's take a look at the Glen. Where's my Glen peeps? There's the Glen peeps. What's up, Dale? What's up? What's up? This is good over here, you guys. You got work to do.
You got to do that again, John. I don't think Glenn was ready.
What is up, Dale? What is up, Glenn?
Yeah!
Woo. Love it. Look at this. Or we go eye in the sky. We can see what you're doing for neighborhoods away. Theoretically, there it is. What in the world? I love it. Hopefully, that means some other awesome things are about to happen. Up in the sky, maybe. We've got these ropes. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. You up there? We have the baddest bunch of SWAT dudes and technical rescue dudes from Glendale PD and Fire that are hiding up there in the balcony. And I think eventually we're going to see them come down and they're going to land like they did in practice today over here to my side in a way that would cause some severe lower back pain.
Nobody called 911. That's why they're not coming down.
Maybe they're not even there. Anybody see him? Dale, anybody see him? Yeah. Glenn, you see him too? Yeah. Who doesn't love SWAT? right? Come on, SWAT.
There they go. Let's go. All right.
The Glendale Police Department Emergency Response Unit. They consist of special weapons and tactics, explosive ordnance disposal, teamed here with Glendale Fire Tactical Medics and Technical Rescue Team. We're talking 42 of Glendale's finest, the ERU. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. These guys could be anywhere in our city. They could be anywhere in our state if they need to do so. They are the very best at what they do.
Yeah.
We're talking terrorist attacks. We're talking rescues, high-tech rescues. We're talking hazardous chemicals. These guys do it all. What's up, Dale? Look at this baller right here. Rescue heroes.
Let's give him a big hand, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the dangerous part right here. And they're down softly. Way to go, guys. Way to go. Please stand and remove your hats for the presentation of colors from our PD and Fire Color Guard. Then remain standing for our pledge, our invocation, and our national anthem. Amy Fraser, would you lead us in the invocation?
Bow your heads with me if you wish. Lord, we thank you for today and everyone who has taken the time to prepare for this event. Lord, we are grateful for our leadership, for those who have brought growth, development, and success, and events and projects in the past years. We thank those who serve, Lord, who protect us diligently and safely. We ask that you would bless them and their families. Lord, I ask that as we move into the future, provide guidance to our leadership, bring right collaborations and projects to build our city, and for all those who work and live and play here. Lord, we ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. Mayor, would you lead us in the pledge?
Would everyone please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
And now our national anthem by retired firefighter, former military Army veteran, and Glendale resident, James Rambo Smith.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, who'd brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free,
Yep.
and the home of the brave.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Perfect. Both mics are on the table, John.
Yep. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, James. Appreciate your service tonight. You know, you get dressed up, you ask your wife if you're looking good, and then James Rambo comes up on the stage. It's over. It's absolutely over. Hopefully, we're going to get to see a very special friend of mine that I met just earlier today. Micah, are you back there? Anybody seen Micah? Hey, Micah. Good. Do it again. That's Micah. Now, here's the deal with Micah. Micah is super sweet, and she's really beautiful, and she's a canine police dog, retired. Say hello to Jay Smith, Lieutenant Jay Smith. But Micah's like the Diet Coke of drug dogs. She just wasn't into it. But what she is into is searching this building for winners. And for the last 20 years, that's been pretty dry, right? Yeah, that's a hockey joke. Don't judge, Ray. Don't judge. Come on, Micah. Find a winner.
Looks like you got one.
We have found a winner. Please stand up, sir, and ma'am, be recognized. Good job. You have just won 2 tickets to PBR. 2 tickets to PBR with the Ridge Riders. Yep.
Yeah.
Good job, Micah. You did it. Everybody say goodbye, Micah. Hey, let's take a second to thank the Chiefs. Chief Freeberg.
He's over here.
Yeah, where is he? Freeberg, there, stand up. Come on. Guy's an athlete. Ryan Freeberg. Chief Chris Briggs. Always serious Chief Briggs. Gotta love it. Appreciate you guys, man. That was an amazing display of the readiness of our public service element, and safety. And I know it took a lot for you to do it. And speaking of that, thanks to all the directors from the departments of Glendale that put time into the videos that we are going to see. And as always, we got to thank the sponsors tonight. So let's take a look at those. Arizona Public Service, thank you for your help. Arizona State University.
Yeah, Bobby.
Cimex. Desert Diamond Casinos. 5 Oliver Contracting. The law offices of Justin Davis. Maricopa Ambulance. Noresco. And Pivotal Policy Consulting. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. Mayor,
Yes.
we got to give something else away.
I think we should.
You want to do a prize?
Absolutely.
Let's do a prize. I need some help from. I'm going to get them fired up, and then you help them out a little bit. All right.
All right.
I believe in you guys. Okay. I believe in you. You are Glenn. 1, 2, 3.
Glenn.
Not bad. That's so much better because you're here helping them. Dale, let's do it.
Oh.
1. A little early, Dale. Very enthusiastic. I love it.
Hey, they only get one shot at it.
All right, Mayor. Sorry. I don't make the rules here. He's the mayor, right? Who won?
Give him another shot.
1, 2, 3.
Now they get
The
it.
Glens have it.
I think. Yeah,
Mayor,
Glenn's have it.
I
You're
just
right.
work here, Mayor. Okay. Mayor, pick a number between 1 and 10.
11.
11, Mayor. That's not
Okay.
fair.
6.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Judge Quentin Tolby's here. Can you believe that? This guy used to be a mayor too.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
All right.
Quentin Tolby.
Now pick a number between 1 and 10, but don't make it those middle ones, or this will get weird.
7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, 7. Sir, you have won. Where's his prize? He has won 2 luxury suite tickets. Go ahead, Adam. You got it.
Hold your hand up.
2
you
luxury
go.
suite tickets to Grupo Frontera. Are you a big Spanish music guy? Regift. Got it. $25 gift card to Yard House is also yours, sir. Thank you very much. We have a host of very, very important people, elected officials, and I will read their names if they would stand to be recognized. You already met Mayor Jerry Weiers and his wife, Sandy. We have, I think she's here, the Grand Dame of Glendale, Vice Mayor Joyce Clark. Are you with us tonight? There she is, looking fetching. State Representative Cesar Aguilar. He couldn't make it.
Okay, take your applause back if they're not here. Okay, give it back. Okay.
All right, he can have his applause. The second best mayor in Arizona, Jason Beck and his wife.
They're not, they didn't make it yet.
Third best mayor in Arizona. State Rep Michael Carbone. Michael. Council member Ian Hugh and his lovely wife Sharon, AKA the Gov. Council member Ray Malnar and his wife Mary. My friend State Senator Anthony Kern.
Yay.
Also representing the office of Senator Mark Kelly, Anthony Sacedo, who's with the Military Affairs Liaison, and his wife. Anthony, did you make it? We love you anyway, Anthony. So many, I have to switch to the back. And we also have state reps. Annalisa Ortiz is here. There she is. As well as reps from the office of Paul Gosar. There we go. Debbie Lesko.
Congresswoman Lesko.
Congresswoman Debbie Lesko.
There
Thank
you go.
Mayor.
All right.
And Kirsten Sinema. Senator Kirsten Sinema.
Senator.
Thank you very much for being here. Now.
So you know how State Senator, Federal Senator Sinema thought so much about this that she sent a Glendale resident to represent her. Yeah.
That's amazing. And if you've ever had the privilege of calling their office, it's amazing. They get back to you. They're very competent people. We appreciate you being here tonight. Now, let's hear from the mayor. This is the hardest working guy. I hope you guys appreciate it. He shows up at all the small business ribbon cuttings. He's out there doing everything he can to be the best cheerleader possible for Glendale. He's a motorcycle rider, a small business guy, and he does everything in his power to make the lives of the people he serves better every day. Your Mayor, Jerry Weiers.
This is sort of like my trademark, so you can't do these without a Diet Coke, right? So as you can see, we're doing things a bit differently tonight, and especially for this year's State of the City. Tonight, my goal is to impress upon all of you what we've accomplished as a city over the last decade. At the end of my presentation, a series of short videos you'll be able to watch, and then I would ask all of you afterwards, let me know how you think that we're doing and how we've done. So with that, John?
Let's roll the tape.
Let's do it. Tonight I'm going to focus my speech on three very important topics to the city of Glendale. And they are the realities, the priorities, and finally the accomplishments of the city. We have two popular sayings in this country. The first one is an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And another is I've got good news and bad news. Unfortunately, tonight's talk doesn't involve apples, but there's some bad news I need to share with you. And I've decided to start with the bad news, largely because there is no bigger issue facing this city right now than our financial condition. So now I'd like to ask that you please turn your attention to the large screens on both sides, and we'll go from there.
Thank you for being here tonight for the State of the City address. I'm here to explain Glendale's budget in the upcoming fiscal year. In order to help illustrate the gravity of our situation, I'm going to show how our general fund revenues compare with our general fund expenditures. In other words, we're going to talk about the money that the city brings in compares with the money that the city spends. First, let's talk about revenue. Now, that's the money that the city brings in. Think of it as the city's paycheck. Glendale brings in money from four main sources. First being revenues from local taxes. These are the taxes that Glendale citizens and visitors pay. The bulk of this revenue comes from sales taxes. For illustrative purposes, this amount does not include our temporary sales tax, which is set to expire in about 3.5 years. The next biggest source of money in Glendale comes from the state shared revenues. This is tax revenue collected from the state, from Glendale residents, and it's distributed to the city. The amount the city receives is determined by a formula set by the state. Another source of revenue for Glendale comes from fees. Now, these fees are from recreation programs, inspections, licenses, permits that are issued by the city. And lastly, the city receives money from other small sources such as administrative services provided to the city, utilities, and earnings on the city investments. Now, amounts in this category can include one-time monies. Clearly, local taxes and state shared revenues constitute the largest portion of our revenue, but together all of these make up to $169 million. This is how much money the city has available. Now, on the other side of the table, we have our expenditures. Now, this is money that the city spends to maintain its operations and pay our bills. Now, we have two boxes here. We have the first one, which is our police, and our fire is the second box. Together, they make up public safety. Together, police and fire make up almost half of our general fund expenses. Now, I firmly believe that government's first and most important job is to protect its citizens, and this budget accurately represents the public safety as the #1 priority of our city council. Our next biggest expense is our debt. Now, that's contractual obligations. In other words, it represents all the monies that the city owes from general fund. And think of it like a credit card bill. It's large and you can't ignore it. Now, as you can see, public safety debt and expenses equal our two largest expenditures, and I haven't even introduced the other general fund departments. The biggest of these are our parks, recreation, library department, along with neighborhood services department. Now, together, these make up about 8% of our general fund. Next, we have our public works and community development departments. Now, these two departments make up about 7% of the budget. Next, we have our contingency and capital outlay. Now, think of that kind of like the city's savings account for like a rainy day fund for emergencies. Now, capital outlay includes costs for major projects and equipment. Together, these two groups make up only about 4% of our budget. We also have our city court, which handles an incredible amount of cases brought to them by the police and Glendale citizens. Now, the court makes up about 2% of the budget and really is an extension of our public safety cost. And lastly, we have the rest of our government. Now, this includes other general fund departments. For example, this box includes the mayor's office, the manager's office, the marketing department, the attorney's office, the clerk's office, the budget office, and many others. All told, our city government at its current size was going to cost about $200 million next year. But remember, we're only expected to bring in $169 million. As you can see, our budget is not balanced. Our expenditure side is much higher than the revenue side. In other words, we're spending a lot more money than we're bringing in. And further, we're required to have a balanced budget. In order to bring these two groups into balance, the city has three options. First, we can cut spending to match our income. However, the biggest expense is public safety and debt, and simply cannot be changed without risking the safety of our public or defaulting on our obligations. Any cuts would have to come from these departments at the very top. Given that Glendale's government has already made many cuts to every department, the next step making cuts could be either eliminating or privatizing entire functions of government. As you can see, small cuts alone simply won't do the job. Secondly, we can increase our revenue. In other words, the city could raise taxes to meet our obligations. To use sales tax as an example, the city would need to increase our sales tax by a full cent just to close that gap. And third, we could do a combination of options 1 and 2. Now, I know decisions will not be easy, but with your help, we can get Glendale back on solid ground. The council and myself are working diligently to ensure Glendale's future. Please hang in there with us. We're in it for the long haul.
Thank you. I hope the video helps illustrate and put into better perspective the reality of where our city is today. Glendale's financial problem is real, and it's very serious. The issues that created this situation existed before many of us arrived in office. But now is time to stop kicking the can down the road
and actually deal with the financial mistakes of the past. We must take ownership of this problem. I have to be honest with you, this budget challenge that the city's facing right now sickens me to no end. But I also realize it's our responsibility and no one else's. We need to fix this once and for all. And like it or not, getting to $30 million will require difficult decisions being made. My fellow council members and I must come together as one to provide the leadership necessary to implement real solutions. What a long way we've come to get here tonight for the 2023 State of the City Address. Now that you've seen where we were 10 years ago, I'm going to show you where we are today. Similar to the past, I'm going to show you how our current general fund revenues compare with our general revenue expenditures, and that's based on data provided by our Budget and Finance Department. I think you're going to be pleased with what you get to see here tonight. The sum of which shows that our hard work over the years, the past 10 years in fact, has paid off. This time let's start by showing our overall expenditures to provide city operations and pay the bills. Now our largest expense is still the amount that we invest in our public safety, and that's comprised of police and fire. And as in the past, public safety is the #1 priority of mine and our council. I'm grateful for the work that our police and fire personnel do every day. Now, our first police expenditure is $104.4 million. Fire is $53.2 million. This equates to a total of $157.6 million. Now, that represents 53% of general fund expenditures. Our next biggest expense is the support services, and that covers expenses such as our Department of Human Resources, IT, budget, finance, performance management, public affairs, city manager, and the city council. Now this expense adds up to $54.9 million, and that represents 18% of our general fund expenditures. Next is support services, and that's followed by debt contracts, net transfers totaling $38.7 million, which is 13% of our expenditures. Now, I should note that the city has earned high grades from bond rating agencies through the years. We received numerous rating increases, resulting in the best rating that could be earned, a AAA rating by Fitch. Now, that's quite a turnaround from just 10 years ago, where we were suffering from a BBB positive with a negative outlook. Next, we have our Parks and Recreation department, and along with libraries, community services. These operations add up to $26.1 million, and that equates to 9% of our general fund expenditures. This is followed by Public Works Functions, our Economic Development Department, and that adds up to about 3.5%, totaling about $10.8 million. We then have our City Court. That still handles an incredible number of cases. We recently initiated the Glendale Veterans Court, which is now involved in the West Valley Regional Veterans Court. Many of you know that I've worked for years to get this project to the finish line. I'm so proud of Presiding Judge Nicholas DiPiazza for implementing this Veterans Initiative, along with the support of our council. Judge, great work. Our City Court represents just 2% of the general fund expenditures, but that totals $5.9 million. And lastly, we have our contingency fund for major projects and equipment. This fund equates to 1.5% of expenditures for a total of $5 million. In sum, our general fund expenditures currently add up to $299 million, which cover our operations and our debt service. Keep in mind that the Glendale's total budget is just over $1 billion. This includes $299 million general fund dollars that I mentioned, plus other enterprise operations for water, sewer, and trash, as well as our major capital improvements. Now let's talk about the city's general fund revenues. As you've heard, Glendale brings in general fund revenues from 4 main sources, and first is local taxes, the bulk of which comes from sales tax. Now, local taxes add up to $159.5 million, representing 51% of general fund revenues. A second main source that Glendale receives is funding from the state shared revenue. The amount the city receives is a formula that's set by the state. The total of these revenues is $95.2 million, and that's equating to 30%. Another source of revenue that Glendale collects is from fees from licenses, permits, and this represents 9% of the general fund revenues, and it's totaling about $28.5 million. Lastly, the city has income from other sources, such as administrative, chargeback, court fees, and property taxes, and that totals $31.1 million, which is 10% of the revenues. Now together, these general fund revenues add up to just over $314 million. As you can see, revenues are very healthy, and we're in a position to continue to invest in improving quality of life throughout our city. But wait, there's more. The decisions we made as a council and leadership have allowed us to accomplish something that was just unthinkable just a short few years ago. That decision resulted in the creation of $50 million unreserved fund balance that we have in place today. I call it the city's rainy day fund, and I promised the council and I were in this for the long haul. And I'm so pleased with the results. After a decade of hard work, I'm sure all of you are as well. A great team, smart financial decisions, along with the following core principles: to be a business-friendly, a growth-friendly, and a family-friendly city has gotten us to this point. But we're not done yet, improving the lives of the people we serve every day. I'm so proud to be your mayor. Thank you folks for being here tonight.
What a turnaround. Mayor, do I have this right? That back in 2014, we didn't have color television? Is that what I noticed? What a crazy turnaround.
We couldn't afford air conditioning.
We couldn't have air conditioning. Amazing. And I heard somewhere, you tell me if this is true, were we right there with Detroit as far as our fiscal desperation back in those days?
Yes.
Wow.
That's the short answer, yes.
Wow.
It was really
What a good
sad.
turnaround. What a great story for Glendale. You should be very proud. I think nothing says fiscal responsibility like another prize, right? You guys in? All right, let's do this. Stand up if you have children or grandchildren. Just stand up with me. We'll make this snappy. You're going to get a prize. It's worth it. Look at very prolific crowd we've got here. All right. So if your child or grandchild is in the ages between 4 and 12, remain standing. Everybody else sit down. Young kids between the ages of 4 and 12.
That's children and grandchildren.
Children and grandchildren. Thank you, Mayor. If they have a birthday between now and the end of the year, remain standing. Birthday between now and the end of the year, remain standing. Lost a few there. If they have a birthday that's this summer, remain standing. Everybody else sit down. This summer. All right, we're starting to weed it down. If they have a birthday in August, remain standing. Anybody have a birthday in August? We got some birthdays in August? All right, this is going to get interesting.
John, I don't know if do you have has your child got a birthday in August? Well, sit down. I didn't think she was listening to you.
What are we doing here? I believed in you, Dale. I believed in you. All right. Let's do this. We got 4. Are you guys together? That's fantastic. So we got 3 groups.
I'm sorry, I had to check my calendar.
What do you got? Where have you been? Tell me about your grandchild. Or child, I don't judge.
28 of them.
Oh, Lord.
You guys good if we give her the prize? All right. So in August? All right, I'll do the announcing. You're doing amazing though.
Okay,
That's
John,
amazing. That's really good.
You lost a couple here, but they
They just got tired. They're grandmas. They got okay. Glamas. All right. If their birthday was somewhere between the 1st and the 20th, stay standing. Wow, this is crazy. 15th to the 19th. Somewhere between the 15th. Are you guys, there goes one. 15th through the 19th. 16th through the 19th. Remain standing. 17th through the 19th.
there you go.
You have won 2 luxury tickets to Hot Wheels Glow in the suite right up there. It's going to be amazing. Right here.
Now, why did she holler? It could have been she could have got to wash my truck. She
Yeah.
didn't.
You have no idea my life, Jerry. Mayor, I have noticed a ton of construction for the last 10 years. We doing good there? We building stuff?
We're doing very well.
All right, man, I'm hoping you got a video to show me about how well
You know
we're
what?
doing.
We do have a video. If everybody would check out the big screen.
Glendale has a different vision. They're very pro-business. They know that time is money and getting projects done is great for their community. So I think they prioritize those projects for the private sector.
They have the capital, they have the desire and the dream, and it's our job to facilitate and to help them place that capital here in Glendale.
We'll look for ways that we can help the development community grow, continue their processes, but also looking at their projects and plans from the perspective of a regulator so that they come out safe, they come out enjoyable for the public, but also move at the speed of business.
Absolutely, it's culture, without a doubt. It comes from the city council straight down to the city manager, through the department heads, and through every one of us city employees that understand that we are only as good as our word, and what we say is what we must do. And I think Glendale certainly enjoys a very, very robust reputation for the level of customer service it provides.
They bring the whole team on, which is really nice, and you get to talk with everybody at the start of the project, and they really just help move things along.
3, 2, 1.
One of the major successes we've had in Glendale is in working with our council. They developed a policy of growth in the west part of our city, in the Loop 303 area.
If you went back to 2017, we had no buildings out there. Before we actually started developing out there, though, council gave us guidance to go out and meet with the landowners, brokers, developers, and companies and say, what would you need from the city to make this a successful development? And one of the first things council did was they converted our annexation policy from a fairly long policy with some red tape in it to the shortest, most simple annexation policy. That led from 2017 to now to thousands and thousands of acres being able to be annexed into the city, go through design review, get zoned, and now have buildings under construction and complete.
We've already constructed more than 30 million square feet of industrial manufacturing space. We have another 15 to 20 million square feet in the pipeline, and this has been a huge success. It's one of the strongest areas of growth in the entire state of Arizona. Has just been along this new frontier along the 303 corridor. One of the developments that we're really proud about here that I think demonstrates our approach to business and our speed to the market happened a couple years ago as we were working to try to win the White Claw factory that they were looking at building here in Glendale.
They came to us because there were 50 million cases a year behind in delivery, and they needed a way to get into business quickly. So they had pre-ordered equipment for a building that they don't have yet. They issued us a challenge to say, you said that you can help us get this built in under a year. We want to see that you can do it. So from the first day that we met them, 278 days later, they had a Red Bull facility open and operating.
On October 5th of 2020, we stood there and handed them a certificate of occupancy 363 days later for a 1 million square foot state-of-the-art beverage brewing facility. And the truth of the matter is, the first shovel in the ground to C of O was 280 days.
We layer all of the different processes that cities and jurisdictions have to go through. And then when it came to permitting, we actually allowed them to layer their permitting so that they could start the site work ahead of the construction of the building, so that the building could still be in review and they would already be under construction.
About a year after they were open, the owner of White Claw presented our team with a challenge coin.
And it said on it, from roses to White Claw in 278 days. And they gave those coins to all the architects, engineers, and city folks that participated in the process.
Since then, they've opened up other components, including a distribution center, their research center, and they're now working on a canning facility. But it all started with the relationship that we had and recognizing that for them, getting things done quickly was paramount to their success.
Attracting luxury dealers, that was no easy task. Peoria had already established themselves as the auto dealer or auto mall area. But Glendale had a different vision. We wanted to be the luxury auto dealer.
They conduct a tremendous amount of business, and so they can be, very frankly quite lucrative for local governments to help pay for, our parks and public safety.
This location on the 101 turned out to be a fantastic location, and the reason is there's 140 to 160,000 cars a day that travel the 101. And whether you're driving north or south, you're going to be looking at this fabulous new luxury auto retail center.
We were partners with the Van Tile organization back in 2007, 2008 with the Cadillac dealership on Bell Road. So this is actually one of the most important things that a city can actually do, is maintain relationships so positively that people come back and want to do business with you. So while it's a business attraction locate for the luxury dealerships that are on the opposite side, the west side of the Loop 101, it's really a business retention and expansion relationship that helped create that opportunity for what we enjoy with BMW and Rover, Volvo, and the rest of the lineup out there.
The Sports Entertainment District was initiated obviously by council in approximately 2003 with the building of Cardinal Stadium and the arena and even Cabela's. Those were big moves out in that time. Since then, with Yam being one of the major owners of property out there, we've been attracting so many experiential restaurant, retail, commercial office, every venue and every market sector that maybe is struggling in other locations, it's been thriving in Glendale for years.
We've been able to bring all these great entertainment concepts, and I feel like those were kind of partnerships with the city in a way, because the city has always expressed their interest in expanding and growing this entertainment part of town.
But we've also been really, trying to focus on new projects that are already now completed here in the Westgate area. Probably one that's most notable is the new Pop Stroke development here in Westgate. All day long there are people waiting to get into this facility, and but again, it gives us just one more experiential type of project to go along with the 40+ restaurants that are here in the area.
Westgate's kind of a one-stop shop. You can eat here, you can do entertainment activities, go to the movies, you can go to a show at the arena, you can go to a sporting event, and we just have options for everyone.
We want to attract a layer of experiential activities that when they come to Glendale and when they go back home, they'll know that the only place they could have had that experience was here in the city of Glendale.
If we can create a place where people feel safe investing their money, they'll bring more business.
That is the Glendale recipe. It's speed to market, it's culture, all department heads working together to welcome investment of all types.
For people who are looking to invest or do something great, Glendale's a great municipality to work for.
Street improvements, parks, new city facilities, all the things that citizens see, that citizens want, we get that through the process of development.
Momentum is a wonderful thing for continuing, good or bad. And in Glendale's case, it's all positive. It's about an ecology of a city. It's how a city understands where its workforce is, where it spends money, how it lives, how it provides a sense of community, and Glendale has captured that.
And as remarkable and as much progress as we made, we remain even as optimistic, if not more optimistic, about our future. And we're no longer this town in the West Valley that's kind of a sleepy little town. We are now being recognized for being a dynamic city. I think we're all very proud of the brand that we're becoming here in the city of Glendale.
Amazing. Yeah. Yeah, so just imagine this. The city of Glendale was a hub for auto sales. Glendale Drive, all of them were there, and we made some decisions, and they were no longer there. And this team that runs the city for us, including a very special guy, Kevin Phelps, that's sitting in the front row. Thank you, Kevin Phelps, for what you've done to really just be an engine, a driver of business in our community. It's been unbelievable to see that. I see Marta Kinney. We saw so many great faces in there, and I wish you had time to meet them all. But Marta Kinney's here. She's with Yam Properties. A super, super wealthy guy named Bob Parsons started a company called GoDaddy, and he took that money and he got into real estate, and he developed a whole bunch of stuff, and he owns a big part of Westgate today. And Marta runs his operations for us. Marta, you got anything to say about what's going on? Yeah, thank you, Marta. We'll take it. Thanks for being here, Marta. And that's the thing about Glendale, right? We used to be this sleepy town, and now we attract these billionaires that do these amazing, amazing developments and create opportunity for all of us. So it's exciting. Mayor, what do you think? Prize time?
Yeah.
Prize time. Let's do this. So careful. Do not fall down. All right. Dale, I believe in you, Dale. It's your turn. It's time to shine. Okay? We can do this. Dale on 3, Dale on 3, Dale on 3. That's how many Dales? 3 Dales. You got this. 1, 2, 3. Speaking of Dale, Dale Adams is the general manager for this amazing building we're in. And I just wanted to put a shout out to him and thank Dale for allowing us and hosting us to be here tonight. So yeah, and his team, they're amazing. All right, Mayor, same shtick. I need 1 through 10, Mayor. 1 through 10. Pick a number, 1 through 10. You've done this before. Is he still awake? Is he drinking Diet Coke? What's going on? 1 through 10.
I'm just watching
Just give me a number.
Yeah, let's go with 9.
9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1 through 5? 4?
Let's go 3.
1, 2, 3. You have won. Congratulations. What's your name? I'm sorry? That's way too hard for me. Let's go with A. You've won A. Stand up and get your prize. You're getting 2 luxury suite tickets to Family Life Fest. So I have just C21. If you're buying, selling, or know someone who is. C21. Shameless plugometer. So I have just been informed of this very important announcement. We would like to pause and ask our friends from Luke Air Force Base to stand and be recognized. In attendance, we have Colonel Keegan McLeese, 56 Fighter Wing, Vice Commander call sign Waldo, Miss Dottie McLeese, and Director of Luke's Community Initiatives Team, Mr. Chris Toll. We call him CT. Please, thank you. Stand up and be recognized for service to our country. We appreciate you. There is no better friend of Luke Air Force Base than this mirror right here. So, I heard the finances are getting better. We're building stuff, right?
We're growing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not growing. I'm losing weight. But
Did you see that? He's like Benjamin Button, this guy. We saw him 15-year video spread, and he's still looking good. The most interesting man in government.
It's like 51 pounds, huh?
No, who's counting?
Yeah. But the city's not getting fat. The city's getting strong.
I love it.
Yeah.
You got a video, maybe?
We do. How'd you know that?
What a quinky dink. Let's play it.
You want to watch another video? All right, let's do it.
When I came in, it was about 10 years ago in December, and the city was in really bad financial condition. And it was so bad, as a matter of fact, that when I told friends of mine and my colleagues that I was going to leave the city of Phoenix and come to the city of Glendale, they asked me, like, are you sure you know what you're doing? And I said, well, you know, like, how bad could it be? But then, of course, when I got here and I was kind of on the inside of the organization, I realized, yeah, it could be pretty bad. In fact, it was worse than, you know, what I thought it would be. We were going into the new budget year, so we prepared a 5-year forecast and sat down with the council to share with them what things looked like moving into the future and had an honest conversation with them about how bad things were looking.
Come on up, please.
And they knew that they were going to have to make some tough decisions. And some of those decisions were not very popular, but they were willing to do it, to do the right thing for the city. And they could see that there was a path forward if they did the right things. The city has a very healthy budget now. We were able to refinance a lot of debt, save the taxpayers millions and millions of dollars, and we were able to put money away into reserves. And so new businesses started coming in. They don't want to come into a city that looks like it's failing, but they want to be in a city that's vibrant and where the budget is balanced and things are looking good. And so we got new businesses in, that generates more revenue for the city, and really it's just been an incredible turnaround.
Our city's mayor and council, they understand the importance of public safety, and they trust and support us day in and day out. And through that trust, they listen to us. They listen to for what our needs are, because they know that we are asking for things that we believe are going to make us serve our community, their community better, and provide a better, safer environment for the citizens of Glendale. They have supported us in hiring new officers and new civilians, and with those professionals, we're able to enhance our services. As the city became more financially secure, we started investing in a lot of technology, and that includes our real-time crime center, which morphed into our drone program, and license plate readers. And this technology has put us on the leading edge, which has allowed us to solve crimes in a more efficient manner and a safer manner. Obviously, the residents benefit because we're able to bring closure to the victims and get our officers back in service. So the future is bright, Glendale is growing, the police department's growing right along with it, and we look forward to the future.
The mayor and council have helped the City of Glendale Fire Department in their advocacy and support for public safety. Those tangible demonstrations of appropriating money to our budget shows their commitment to public safety to their citizens, their constituents, but also a commitment to public safety and the men and women assigned to the fire department. It shows a trust and respect for the work we do, and then we're going to match that by serving our citizens. Those investments have seen us do remodels of our fire stations, new roofs, new HVACs. We're seeing the purchase of new fire engines, all the way from the smallest bit of equipment to things like fire trucks and new fire stations in the future. We are set and poised for the growth of the city of Glendale.
We have invested about $247 million over the past 7 years in the street infrastructure of the city. And this investment resulted in about 2,300 lane miles of road which we have improved with this investment. And we are also planning to invest another $81 million on the roadway infrastructure in the coming year. So what it means for the residents, so we have reduced congestions, reduced delay timings, reduced polluted air emissions, and safe and efficient transportation option to our citizens. We are investing another $36 million on upkeep and improving the landscape which is surrounding the city streets. This will make our city streets look visually pleasing and will project a positive image of the city. Nothing was possible without getting a support from the mayor and the council. I think they were fully behind, and they understand why the transportation system is important. It's not only important for the safety of our residents, it's also important for the economic development of the city. So over the past 2 years, we invested in improving about 230 road miles of our streets in the system. And we installed advanced adaptive traffic management systems, especially for the Super Bowl, which was a greater success, and it was one of its kinds in this region. It became so popular that we were able to secure a grant about $2 million after the Super Bowl. So we are going to use that grant money, which is a federal grant money, to expand this system through the rest of the Glendale corridor. And the plans is not only to expand it to the Glendale corridor, all the major corridors in the city should be hooked up with this system.
Well, we've been able to address a lot of needs and a lot of community benefits. One example is the council provided us quite a bit of resources to redesign and rebuild 3 small community centers. They had been run by the city as after-school programs, and they had been outsourced to nonprofits, and the nonprofits weren't successful, and then they were closed for a number of years. They're going to be open later this summer. We were able to renovate both of our big aquatics complexes, the Rose Lane Pool and the Foothills Pool, completely replastered them, resurfaced the decks, repainted all the equipment in the slides, fixed pumps and drains and all the equipment. It'll keep them alive and functional for another decade or so, which is great. We were able to design and build, with the assistance of our engineering department, the lake out at Heroes Park. It's a major amenity. It's been promised to the community for something like 30 years. And we're able to get that built and open and have the first fishing event at it this last fall. We've done 30 new playgrounds in the park system, and that's scattered all throughout the entire city. So it's a good example of their commitment to refreshing the entire park system.
Man, I love it. If having the toughest police chief if gets us a president, we win, man. That guy, Chief Briggs, I wouldn't mess with that dude. And look, I just can't believe all the good stuff that's happened, Jerry. We are filling in the gaps with roads. We're building the parks, and we've got $50 million in reserve. That's just incredible.
And we got fish in the tank, too.
Fish in the tank? I don't even know what that means, Mayor. You guys want to meet somebody super cool? James, really? Do you want to meet someone super cool? All right, I want you to meet somebody super cool. This next guy is an incredible guy. He's got a great big dream. He's the president of Vi Resort. Let's give it up one time for Grant Fisher. Come on up, Grant. Mike 2. It's working. Man, thank you for being here. Yeah, say hi to the mayor. Hey, you want a Diet Coke?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Nah,
right.
I'm a Pepsi guy.
Oh, really?
We're actually doing the study right now, Coke versus Pepsi for the resort, and I'm Team Coke all the way. So.
Team Coke.
Yeah,
Team Coke.
I know we got the Mattel team on the same debate right now.
What's up, guys? Yeah, so tell me about what's going on over there. We see it just coming out. It's like a whole city you're building.
It is a city within a beautiful city. So when we were first approached to build this project, we were coming in as the general contractor. And after seeing the potential of what the city and how well the city is, just their mindset of pro-growth, you can see it with basically the team that the mayor has orchestrated with a leader like Kevin Phelps. There's no red tape for developers. Developing is stressful enough, financing, trying to just you're outthinking yourself constantly. So then having a pro-growth city behind you and this vision that we have for Vi Resort, it's been unbelievable. So long story short, and I think we got a quick clip of the resort and some of the aspects of it.
Coming up next, don't jump ahead.
But basically, Vi Resort is a redefinition of what luxury hospitality can look like. So Scottsdale is full of luxury resorts that have been built hundreds of years ago. So what I want to do is make a new flair to it, so it's fun luxury. So we have basically live entertainment in the heart and center of it. So what you're about to see is the first ever co-hotel, co-auditorium. What I mean by this is we have a $40 million concert venue for about 12,000 people that can come in on day passes and watch the concerts, as well as their own hotel balconies will actually dual act as a private skybox to view these concerts. But the biggest thing is the party does not stop after the encore. Even in an arena like this, after the floodlights turn on, you just saw your favorite artist, they ask you to leave. And what are you going to do? That's where the whole 60 acres really comes to life. So having my friends here with the Mattel team, first ever Mattel Adventure Park. So think of brands like Barbie, Hot Wheels coming to life for the very first time. And this is for the little kids all the way up to the bachelorette parties. So when they're going to be announcing the Barbie Dream House, it is going to be a party for all ages. So really excited.
Do you want to party with Grant?
Hey, there you
go.
Look
at this fit.
There you go.
Look at this fit.
Hey,
this
there
guy's
you go.
Amazing. Too much.
So, and again, a lot of brands coming to the state for the very first time. So there's so much info that my marketing team would kill me if I share it too early. But celebrity chefs coming here, international recognition coming to Arizona for the first time and to Glendale. So again, Glendale is booming. I had the opportunity to tour just a lot of just impactful people, and what they're saying in not only for the resort, but basically the location. Everything's moving west. We have Jerry Colangelo was one of the people I gave a tour to, and he redefined the entertainment industry in Arizona with the Diamondbacks and the Suns. And we were standing on the 8th floor of the Muse Tower looking out, and he's like, Grant, you're doing exactly what I did a few decades ago. I'm investing currently hundreds of thousands of acres west of the West Tank Mountains. So literally, the center of Phoenix is going to be Glendale in the next 10 years. I'm telling you, you can see it. Go to Google Earth. You can basically go back right when State Farm Arena was being built and just look what is being developed. This is such a pro-growth city, so it's awesome. It's an awesome team to be working alongside with.
The only difference is I look at Phoenix as the gateway to Glendale.
That's right.
There you go.
That's the way I see it.
There you go.
Metro Center,
and the biggest thing about Vi Resort is I moved here when I was 3, so having the opportunity to build this in really my hometown, exactly, so only a few years ago, but having the opportunity to build this in my hometown, and I can never get over the concept that people always flee during the summer. My summer vacations were never in Arizona. So again, the Mattel Adventure Park, the 5 acres of swimming oasis where I don't care if it's 120 degrees out because we're all going to have pina coladas having fun on Konos Party Island. Like this is
what I'm talking about.
People will stay in Arizona, and Glendale is going to redefine hospitality within the state.
Yes, give it up for Grant Fisher and the Vi team and what they're building just next door. It's going to change Glendale. It's awesome. Who wants to stay there?
Who wants to go there?
What's this? Raising the hands. Let's hear the yell. Do you want to stay at Vi? I want to stay at Vi. Well, this guy is as amazing, as generous as he is amazing, and he's going to give away right now 2 nights in Vi Resort on opening and a $1,000 credit. And our mayor is going to draw, hopefully you got your tickets at the front, because our mayor is going to draw it out. Check your tickets.
So how popular will you be with your spouse when you go home if you win this?
There you go.
Okay, so if you have a white ticket, make sure you pull it out. I'm not going to read it. I'm going to let you read it.
I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Let's let Grant read it.
Everybody got your
Nobody
white
trusts me,
ticket?
Jerry.
You ready to go?
You want to read it? Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
All right. I saw him basically rigging this, so.
Don't accuse him.
Don't say that.
That's the worst thing.
We got, no kidding.
Sandy, throw your white ticket away.
Yeah, exactly. We have 6, 4, 6, 9, 6, 7, 4.
Woo! There she is. Take care of her, Adam. Grant, thank you so much for being here,
John,
man.
thank you.
Love what you're building over there.
Hey, let's get a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on up.
Yeah. Hey,
Bring her up, Adam.
Adam, bring her on up.
Grant wants a picture. Yeah. You're in, Mark.
Thank you.
Insufferable human.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
We'll have
thank
a
you.
nice conversation after.
Hey, there
Let's
you
get
go.
a pic. Let's get a pic. Who's taking them?
There you go. There you go. So,
Adam,
are
you
these
got an iPhone.
guardrails in the way, or we need to move over?
We'll be
why don't we
moving.
Move over. All right, fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome. Hold the hand
Yeah,
up. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Okay, watch your step there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. You know, the one thing Grant didn't talk about was at Vi, they also have white sandy beaches.
Okay.
The real white sand. Imported.
I can't wait to see it. This is such
It's
a game
awesome.
changer.
It's awesome.
Thanks again, Grant. Give it up one more time for Grant and the Fisher team and Vi Resort. So we talked about the past. We talked about the building, the finances, blah, blah, blah. You got a bunch of money. I get it. What about the future? You got anything for that?
Do I have anything for the future?
You got a video maybe?
Like a video?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's a novel. Want to watch another video?
Last
Yeah,
one.
it only gets better, right? Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Roll the tape, please.
Looking forward into future growth for the city of Glendale, we're going to keep the foot on the gas pedal.
Glendale has 80% left to be built out all around the sports entertainment district in a 303. And so Glendale's in a position now to pick whom builds the future in the best possible way. You get one chance in our lifetimes to build a project of the scale and magnitude that we're seeing today.
The Vi Resort is building almost $1 billion worth of infrastructure.
So this entire hotel complex revolves around a $40 million concert stage where we're looking at targeting A, B, C artists, comedians to perform here over 100 times a year. Where we're standing right here, this is actually one of the hotel room balconies that just happened to be front row seats for this concert. This resort is really made for public interfacing as well as guest interfacing tickets. So we also have over 7,000 ticket opportunities for the public. The party doesn't stop after the encore at Vi. There's so many other opportunities pre or post show where you could really have a 3-day vacation. We have the largest man-made party island. So Konos Island is going to feature white sand beaches and really going to kind of redefine that day life entertainment aspect. Most hotel rooms in Arizona, so we're just under 1,100 hotel rooms with the 4 towers. We also have wedding venues, nightclubs, 12 culinary restaurants, over 70,000 square feet of retail. When we're all fully functioning, we'll probably be around 1,800 to 2,000 employees. You can see just the migration, everything's pushing west. So 10 years from now, really the center of Phoenix is everything shifting out here into our backyard. Being right alongside the 101, having a phenomenal neighbor like State Farm Arena and everything else, Glendale truly is going to become that entertainment district of Arizona, and that's exactly the niche where Vi Resort fits in. We could have gone anywhere in the world for this. We chose Glendale for a reason, great partnerships. Glendale is very pro-growth, very easy to work with. They see the big goals in the end and they don't put glass ceilings on these developers.
Welcome to the site of the Mattel Adventure Park. This is the first of its kind in the world, and we are featuring Mattel toys. We're bringing these toys to life. You can get behind the wheel of a Hot Wheels go-kart and literally drive it on one of the largest go-kart tracks in the world. We have an actual Barbie beach house right on white sand. You will see the Bone Shaker roller coaster. This is a family coaster for all ages that actually has a lift that goes through the roof, on top of the roof, and spins into a double helix back inside. I feel like we've cracked the code. We have acres of cool space inside where guests can enjoy this park without suffering from the heat. Just Team Glendale was just amazing. And the more we looked, the more we liked. We just found ways to meet common goals.
What we will have with the Vi Resort and the Mattel Adventure Park is a project that has not been replicated and likely will not be replicated for many years to come anywhere in the state of Arizona. So it really gives us something to differentiate ourselves from the competition. Coming off of the Super Bowl, and then all of the national and international attention we had by being the kickoff site for the Taylor Swift concert, where we renamed our city.
The city of Glendale will be renamed Swift City.
What we're doing is really kind of building this momentum to where we're staying in the front of people's minds across the country and internationally, and we're starting to be recognized really as a true destination spot.
For the second time ever, the men's Final Four is headed to Phoenix in 2024.
Final Four is just another magnificent mega event in the long lineup of Glendale's history of hosting world-class events. This is just one more opportunity for us to showcase our city. Our city staff is getting much, much better at that. The outlets that they reach, and we're getting feedback from that here because we're getting more calls. The marketplace is looking. Glendale's perceived as a flagship sports and entertainment district, not just in the state or on the West Coast, but throughout the nation. There's only a handful, less than 5, that now have the density, the type, and the kind of enterprises that Glendale now has, with another square mile or two to keep developing. Then on the Loop 303, we have a few million square feet of development that's under construction right now. The momentum that you have there in all of the city is incredible.
We're getting ready to close down the City Hall and do a major redevelopment that'll take about 2 years. Project will probably be north of $80 to $85 million, and we're doing it without having to go to the voters for new bond authorization. That's very unique in the local government side. Since we announced the city's intention to redevelop our downtown campus, we've already seen the fruits of that decision. We had a developer come in and purchase the property downtown that had been damaged through a truck and car accident, and now are reopening it up as a brew pub and making a major investment there. We're now talking to a major hotelier, potentially building a hotel. We're starting to field a lot of questions from the development community that we weren't fielding a year ago, 2 years ago. We are convinced that if we do our downtown project correctly, we're going to create a real jewel. The future of our downtown campus and our surrounding business community is very bright. being focused not only on the revenue but on the jobs that we have the opportunity to provide our citizens, we think we'll create a stronger community, people more plugged in and with more ownership of the city of Glendale.
We have an amazing reputation in the valley and in the state. Forevermore, I'm grateful to council, to the leadership, to my fellow department heads for having created that perception through their hard work. Sky's the limit for Glendale.
For the 2,000 employees that we have here in Glendale, to our elected officials, we really have been on a remarkable run. We remain even more optimistic about our future.
Mayor, I love where we're going. Yes, it's so exciting. I've got one more amazing surprise for you, but before we do, let's listen to Mayor Jerry Weiers give his closing remarks.
Thank you, John. You know, upon taking office as mayor in 2013, I inherited a city with one of the worst bond ratings in the nation. You heard that earlier. The second meeting I had 11 and a half hours after I took the oath the first time, I was taken into a small room and I was asked, or not asked, but basically told that we were going to need to declare bankruptcy for the city of Glendale. And think about that for just a second. The only city worse shape than us was Detroit, Michigan, and they in fact did go bankrupt. My commitment to the residents, the businesses, was to restore the city's financial health. In 2013, the city was operating with nearly a $30 million deficit. All my notes went away. 10 years later, after implementing a vision of fiscal responsibility, red tape reduction, creating a business-friendly atmosphere, in addition to a lot of hard work from the entire city staff, we have a $50+ million rainy day fund and a bond rating of AAA. Now, if you're not clapping for that, there's nothing I can do tonight. That's pretty impressive. That represents more than an $80 million reversal and the healthiest bond rating that you can achieve. So tonight, I proudly report to you that the state of your city is strong. It is. Thank you. We've come a long way, and as your mayor, I promised that I'd be in this for the long haul. Together, we've come out of hard times stronger and much more successful as a city. My promise to all of you, as we have done in the past, is to keep our city's positive momentum, keep that moving forward, keep that moving into the future. With that said, we recently approved a special bond election to go before our citizens in Glendale in November of this year. And Glendale residents are going to have the opportunity to vote for two proposed bonds to continue our progress. One is for street and intersections improvements, and the other is for, I guess you can probably figure this out, for public safety. The first question asks for an approval of $82 million bond directed to critical street intersection improvements to reduce congestion, save time, enhance safety for all of our roadway users and pedestrians, and to allow for more economic development, which in fact will continue the city to keep moving forward. The second question asks for approval of $78 million bond, and that's going to be directed to essential public safety projects to keep emergency response times low, address important safety issues including construction, modernizing and improving fire stations, police and fire training academies. I gotta go off script here for a second. Just before this, I was actually at a graduation for 9 different cities that train out at our grip stick, and Glendale has 11 brand new firefighters today, and I'm really proud of that. Chief, congratulations. The police department forensic laboratories is another thing that we're looking to build, and other public safety facilities. And that's all to provide the best service for our residents and the most up-to-date facilities and equipment for our employees. So now the question I mentioned to you earlier when we first started, how do you think we're doing? Do you believe that we're accomplishing our goals and making a positive progress here in Glendale? I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. We do have one more thing that I think John wants to cover.
Yes, please. Let's
Thank
do
you.
this. Thank you, Mayor. We've got one more thing. And for this thing, I'm going to need a very special friend of mine to come and assist me. This is the man, Mark Cornell, the president and founder of Mattel Adventure Park. Mark, please join me. Allow me to whip it out. There you are, Mark.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
What the heck we got going on here, Mark?
Well, the Mattel Adventure Park is quite a special thing. It's my life's work, and I'm telling you, I couldn't be happier about bringing this magnificent theme park to Glendale. It's the first of its kind in the world, and it's more than halfway done, and it's a great facility with a beautiful symbiotic relationship with Grants Vi Resort, right? It's going to be magnificent.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit upset with Mark because he invited me to ride on the coaster yesterday, only for me to find out that it's not done.
Well, it's for John, it's just a one-way trip.
It's a one-way trip. He offered me. We're great friends. Thanks, Mark. Again, man, can we talk about what's behind?
Well, there's 25 attractions at this theme park. And 8 acres, 4 acres indoors.
Unbelievable.
In air conditioning. I mean, not one of these rides will you wait outside in the heat. I mean, we have figured this out. This is simply amazing, right? I mean, this is an amazing culture here, 5th largest city in the United States. When we came to Glendale, it was open arms, Mayor. Open arms from you and open arms from this magnificent team of economic development. And I will tell you, we had a number 2, 3, 4, and 5 site, and really after getting to know this group and seeing this area, there was no second choice. And I am a resident. This is going to be my home. This is going to be our corporate office. This is ground zero for us, and I couldn't be happier about the change. So I brought a couple of friends with me today. I did. And, Mayor, I want a beautiful, sort of explanation of balancing the budget, right? And I especially, the operating costs, I get that. I mean, we know that. Things cost money. But I like the revenue side. I'm a revenue guy. So, bring in some new taxpayers, from maybe some people are from out of state or out of country or maybe from another world, Eternia. And I've brought 2 of my friends from that planet today. So the first one I want you to meet. This is my friend Skeletor. Skeletor's from Eternia, and he's a taxpayer. I mean, I know he seems like a bad guy, but he's going to pay taxes. And by the way, I mean, when I put the second guest together with my first friend, we're going to find a way to generate some revenue, and I'll tell you about that. So let's go ahead and do this reveal.
By the power of Glendale.
Yes, he did say, by the power of Glendale.
Yeah.
We worked on that all day today. And by the way, Mayor, that's in your inbox. You've got if you want to put this on your phone.
I am putting that on my phone. Every time you call me, my phone's going to ring, the power of Glendale.
This is amazing. So, I mean, He-Man and Skeletor, right? This is just one of our attractions. We have a lot of other taxpayers that are coming to Glendale. Some of you know Barbie, Brooklyn, and Malibu. We have Thomas, the tank engine. He's also a very good payer. So, revenues are up, Mayor. They're looking good. We're bringing you some good permanent residents here.
Mark,
so, yeah.
I want to know about the Bone Shaker.
Well, before you go to the Bone Shaker, I want you to just say a little bit about these 2. These 2 have a nice business in the Mattel Adventure Park. It is the first of its kind in the world, a 4,500 square foot laser tag arena that was fully themed to He-Man, Skeletor, the Battle of Eternia. This is going to be amazing. Not another one in the world like it. So this is going to be one of our feature attractions for sure. Something about a bone shaker?
Bone Shaker.
Yeah.
Let's do this, man.
So this is probably the highest thrill family coaster ever built. I don't know if some of you have seen it driving by. The lift literally, there's a queue inside the Mattel Adventure Park, and the lift literally climbs straight out the roof, around the rooftop, goes over the edge, into a double helix and then back inside. Remember that air conditioning thing I told you about? So you load and unload in the air conditioning. And this is the bone shaker. I mean, this is fiberglass and carbon fiber, chromed flames, the works, and this is a family coaster. So this isn't even our high thrill coaster. So anyway, John, you want to do something about
Who wants
the
to
bone
ride on
shaker
the bone
today?
shaker? I want to ride on the bone shaker, but not before it's ready, Mark. All right.
Well, you know, the first round always is, you know, full of sandbags, right? You know, we take it around to make sure
I
everything's
don't want to be a
safe.
sandbag, Mark.
But I will tell you, it's you know, a priceless thing to be the first to ride a roller coaster. I mean, you can't believe how many emails I get saying, please let me be on that first car. And roller coaster enthusiasts around the world have never, ever been able to ride a Hot Wheels roller coaster because it's never existed until now. And there it is. There's the first one built. Our second one is under construction right now, too. But this is the bone shaker. And, John, how are we going to do this? I mean, I want to give away a couple of seats to that first ride.
Okay, let's do it. It's so amazing, Mark. Mayor, reach into your little pack of tickets over here, and let's see if we can draw somebody out.
That's the way you want to do it?
Yeah, he's got 2 tickets. We're going to draw them one at a time, and somebody's going on the bone shaker before anybody else.
So it's a total of 4 people or 2 people?
We're doing 2.
So you want to just draw 1 ticket?
One ticket at a time. They can't bring a friend, Mayor. What is this?
If you want to leverage me, we can do it now.
I mean, you are the mayor and all. I guess you can do whatever you want.
We're going to do
2 tickets and 4 people? Or 2 people?
He's a negotiator.
No, I'm just
That's how we got him here.
I'm just trying to figure this out.
4 tickets!
All right.
4 tickets!
Okay. That's not going to beep, is it? I hope not.
It's a little bit risky.
Okay, Quentin, I want to see you win this. I want you on that ride. Quentin used to be the mayor of Glendale a long time ago, and he's been a JP and done all kinds of honorable
He's
stuff.
a Glendale Rotarian.
Okay, who's ringing? Are you reading this?
I'm happy to read it.
Okay. Yeah, come over here, right in the middle. There you go.
Oh.
This is for 2 people, right?
2 people.
2
2 riders.
people. Quentin.
6, 7, 7.
We'll see.
6, 7, 7.
We'll see. I can't promise you. We'll try.
The last 3 digits are 6.
Tease them. Tease them.
Too late. I already gave the 6, Mayor. Last 3 digits are 6, and then lucky number 7, and then lucky number 7.
Yay!
Yeah, look at that!
My man!
That's the power of Glendale right there.
What you're taking? Come on up here.
I am so happy about this.
This is the best.
Woo!
All right.
We got to verify.
Mayor, if that number's
What is
wrong,
the number again?
677.
Oh, I'm sorry. You won. Turn around. Let's take a picture. This guy is not happy, is he? Look at that.
You're going on the bone shaker, buddy.
All right. Congratulations.
What's your name? Luke? This is Nate, everybody.
Okay. So we need.
And he's the first ride on the bone shaker.
Who does Nate need to talk to? Oh, he's got a number here. Okay, you're good. Okay, Nate. You're
Nate,
you're gonna have a lot of new friends now, buddy.
Hey, Nate.
A lot of new friends.
Nate, can I ride with you? Nate.
You know what Nate said before he got here? I don't want to go.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what he said.
Okay.
Way to go, Nate. Let's do it again.
One more. I'm really trying to stir him up. Kevin, I'll try for you, buddy. You did a great job. There you go.
You want me to read it again, Mark?
Please be another 12 to 14-year-old kid.
He's got more.
We're all kids, aren't we? Okay. I'll drag it out, Mayor.
Perfect.
6, 4,
6, 9, 6, 4, 9.
No winner?
Do it again.
Wait. Do it one more time.
Nate wins again. This is magnificent.
Got to be present to win it.
Last three numbers are 6, 4, 9. 6, 4, 9. Going once.
Wow.
Ian, you know you want this. I know you do.
Wow.
I know you do, Ian. Joyce, you're in. Arlie, you want to draw another one, Mayor?
Not the bone shaker, Joyce.
Remember, Bone Checker's the family coaster.
I think I got it.
Okay. We're going to do this again. Power of Glendale. 6, 4, 6, 9, 5, 9, 4. Do we have a bingo?
There he is.
Oh!
All right, come on up. Look at the guns on this guy, Mark. Woo!
Great, congratulations. Yes, Mayor.
Congratulations.
You have kids?
I have some young men. Yes, I do.
Okay, what's your name?
You're going on the bone shaker.
How old are they?
Jim Brown.
How you going to pick?
He said his kids are 12 and 14.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Just take the one you like.
Yeah, you got a chance to get a lot of stuff done now.
Yes, I do.
I'm like Uncle Lurch in the background.
Congratulations. All right.
I am so excited about Vi Resort and this theme park, and I couldn't be more excited about this city. Mayor, thank you for the blessing of having, hosting this for me. It means so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Bart. Thanks, Bart. Well, that's it. Thank you again so much for being here. You live in a very special place, the city of Glendale. We've got the best churches, the best civic organizations, the best infrastructure, the best leadership, and I just hope you guys will get out and get involved, serve, get involved, and be part of this. It's so exciting. Mayor, thank you so much for putting this presentation on. Mayor's going to be available over here with Skeletor and He-Man for pictures afterwards. Come up and say hi to him. And in the meantime, you guys just travel safe and have a great, great weekend.
God bless all of you. Thank you.